Hello and welcome to What's Pissing You Off Wednesday. I'm Kevin McTaggart. This is September 1st, 2021. What's Pissing You Off Wednesday is where I, the grumpiest, angriest comic in Vermont, rants about whatever's pissing you off. If you want to contribute to What's Pissing You Off Wednesday, go find the information in the show notes of this episode, whether you're watching it on YouTube or listening to it wherever you listen to podcasts. Let's get to this week's episode. At no1111163 on Twitter, I watched the Bob Ross documentary on Netflix, and I am pissed off at the Kowalskis. You can research it yourself, or go on Twitter and see it. Is Bob Ross the painter guy that did the painting show on PBS or whatever, where he painted like the happy little trees, something like that, right? Fucking hated that show. I never liked that show. That show was boring. That show was for like adults. That show was for like, that was like a show that came around or had been around for a while, but like once Mr. Rogers died, that's all PBS had was Bob Ross painting little shit or something. I don't even know if he's that good of a painter. I never understood watching the Bob Ross painting show or whatever the hell it's called. So this guy is telling me that there's a documentary about Bob Ross. I kind of looked at it. I kind of researched it. Not that much, because quite frankly, I wasn't that interested in it. But I guess there's the Kowalskis or whatever, who are the producers of the show, are like stealing money from the heirs of Bob Ross. Here's the thing. Like, I feel like nobody really gave a shit about the Bob Ross painting show until Bob Ross died. Until after he died. Nobody cared about Bob Ross until after he died. So that just shows how shallow and fake we are. That nobody cared about the Bob Ross show when he was actually living. And then he died, like, oh, I missed that show. You never watched it. Stop lying. Stop pandering. And then there's all these memes that go on all over the damn place, and all these all these Bob Ross memes and shit like that I don't care about, because I never watched the stupid show to begin with. So you're telling me that, like, the producers of the show, like, stole money from Bob Ross, and the documentary shows that Bob Ross wasn't a completely pure human being. He had a couple of affairs or something like that. Oh my God, he's human. Oh dear God, Bob Ross is human, right? Who cares? Everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes. I don't care about the Bob Ross documentary. Other people can, but I feel like more people just really cared about Bob Ross after he was dead, and that's infuriating enough to me that's all. You didn't care about the damn show when it was actually going on. You only cared about it after he died, because we're shallow assholes. But I guess it was a good show, but who fucking cares? Kimberly Sanderson is pissed off about being passed back and forth between the ER and PCP 2 weeks in a row to finally get a referral to a specialist that cannot see you for 2 months after the 2 weeks of issues you've been having. Our healthcare system is clearly a joke. A joke. It's a joke. It's a damn joke. We're like, whether it's you can't afford to be sick, or whether it's you go to the doctor and they don't believe that there's anything wrong with you, especially in like Kim's case, where she goes, to the ER and the PCP twice each, only for them to finally get a damn referral for her issues. And then, like, she gets the referral and she can't see the doctor for 2 more months when she's probably going to still be in pain for months on end, but she can't go to the damn doctor because our health system is that stupid that, like, if you're in pain or something, and if they're making a referral for you and they know what's wrong and you're going to a specialist, but the specialist can't see you for 2 months, that's messed up. That's annoying. That's frustrating on many damn levels. We have to do something about this healthcare system where, like, if you're sick, you go to the doctor and they believe you and they try to help you with whatever symptoms that you have. You know, it shouldn't have to take 2 visits to the ER, 2 visits to the PCP, only for them to finally agree to send you to a damn specialist who can't see you until months from now. That is really aggravating that happens. I mean, it doesn't just happen to her. It just happens all the way around. It's just like our healthcare system sucks. It just sucks. It's the worst. It's terrible. It needs to be completely revamped. But it won't be revamped because the insurance companies are making too much damn money off of us and the hospital and whatever. So it's like, we're going to just delay it, you know, just who gives a shit when you actually get the care that you need. All they care about is, are they going to get the money that they need, that they want? It's fucking pathetic that Kim has to go through this and other people in other similar situations have to go through it. We need a quicker time, and we need more. I guess we need more doctors. I guess we do. We need more people that want to be doctors, or we need to, like, schedule it better, and nobody wants to be a doctor, I guess, because it's too goddamn hard, because we're so freaking lazy as a people. We just don't give a shit anymore. And that's the problem. We don't have enough damn doctors in the first place to do anything about it. And when we do, these alleged experts don't really care enough to want to actually, you know, diagnose you with anything, which is fucking stupid. Get well soon, Kim. Here's one from Jessica McKella. Needle caps in public areas. For fuck's sake. I'm going to be honest, I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about, and I needed her to clarify for me, but it was apparently caps from needles that are just found on the ground. The orange caps from needles that people use to shoot up heroin or all those other shoot-upable drugs that I'm really not that familiar with because I don't do drugs anyway. I'm more of an alcohol person. But anyway, what is wrong with us when, like, we care more about getting high than cleaning up after ourselves, you know? That's how addicted some people are, and it's just aggravating to actually have to see that. I think it's, you know, we used to see cigarette butts on the damn ground because people don't give a shit. They just, oh, I'm done smoking, just stomp on it. And, like, you inject yourself with something and, oh, what should we do with it? Oh, just drop it on the ground. Dropping the cigarette on the ground makes a lot more sense than dropping the cap on the ground. That's just stupid. That's just dumb. That's just ridiculous. That's just disgusting. That's like somebody could just walk around and step on these needle caps, you know, or somebody, and it's a public damn health issue. Like, first of all, the issue is that people shouldn't have to be, you know, it's a shame that they're addicted to drugs like that. You know, everyone has their vice or whatever, but I mean, we have to do something about the drug problem, clearly, but you don't know what the fuck the drug problem is. Is it that we need to legalize pot more so that people will just go to that, which isn't as addictive as heroin? I'm also hoping that I get this take right that Jessica gave me. I'm not really sure I understood it, but I think I understand it. But it's like, I haven't seen the needle caps on the grounds thing, much like I never saw the Bob Ross documentary, but that's a different issue for a different time. But it's like, it's just crazy that people do that. That they get high and then they completely forget that, oh, hey, I should clean up after myself. But they don't give a shit about getting, cleaning up after themselves. They don't care about getting clean at all. They just want to keep doing their drugs over and over and over and over again. The last thing they're thinking about is picking up their damn needle caps off the ground. Because, like, if they actually thought about stuff like that, they probably wouldn't want to be doing drugs in the first place. My favorite brother-in-law, Stephen Shepard. They were sitting at Denny's for 2 hours, waiting an hour and a half of food, and saw the food on the counter for 30 minutes, and food was horrible. I don't go to Denny's. I hardly ever go to Denny's. The only time I go to Denny's is if I'm driving down to Myrtle Beach for the golf trip, and I'm driving 16 hours straight, and we need to stop somewhere for breakfast, and I'm so desperate to stop anywhere that I'm willing to stop at a Denny's. So, like, they went and had Denny's for dinner, which I didn't even know was a thing. I thought Denny's, just did breakfast. I want to try Denny's for dinner. But I can understand the frustration. Like, you wait there for the longest time. You don't get your service you want. Then you finally place your order. And then you see your food, like, right there for like a half an hour, just waiting. And you can see it, because you're the only two people there. And you see 2 plates out there, ready to be picked up by the waitress, but the waitress never fucking picks it up, because the waitress sucks, because they work at Denny's. And then they finally bring you your food. And, gee, fancy that. The food's been sitting out there for half an hour, and you get it, and it's cold. Fancy that. What the hell is up with the West Lebanon, New Hampshire Dennys? That's right, I'm calling you out, West Lebanon, New Hampshire Dennys. Get better customer service. Treat people better. Get the food out to the customers faster. Do we need to get John Taffer to go to the West Lebanon Dennys? I feel like we need to. Someone tag John Taffer in this post, in this video, in this podcast, and let him know that he needs to go to the West Lebanon, New Hampshire Dennys and fix their fucking problems. Because they're good at making the food. They're just not good at giving the food to the people. I mean, if you're going to continue to treat your customers like shit, if you're going to have the customers wait a long time, like you have the food wait a long time, and the customers can see the food, and then they finally bring it to you, and it's cold, what the hell is the point of food? They should have just remade the meal for my sister and her husband. But no. They didn't care that they were complaining. They didn't care. Why did they care? Why didn't the employees care at Denny's? Because they work at Denny's. Here's one from Kristen Bailey. Hitting reply all on a mass email. I hate the reply all button. I hate the reply all button because people suck at the reply all button. Like, let's get this one thing straight. Like, one thing I've dealt with recently is like announcement emails. Like when someone says, oh, so-and-so, we've hired this person to come and work with us, blah, blah, blah. And then you get a shit ton of people replying all, saying, congratulations, 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 congratulations. Meanwhile, I check my email and I'm like, wait, someone's saying congratulations again. I don't care. I mean, yes, congratulations, but it's like, do we need to see that you're saying congratulations? Do you even need to reply to the damn email at all? Maybe just tell the person. I think it would be better if you tell the person congratulations to their face when you finally see them, instead of writing an email congratulations, because you're not going to see that at all anyway. That's one thing. That's the overuse of the reply all button. I've had people suck at using the reply all function. Actually, I had someone not use reply all, because like I had a department, I was in a department where there were 2 Kevins in the department. So, there was another Kevin that should have been on the email. So, like, when my coworker just hit reply and then just added people, she added the wrong Kevin. She kept adding me. So I had to, like, let her know, hey, wait, I'm not involved with this. So I had to email to let her know not to add me to the email, but she kept adding me to emails when she meant to add the other Kevin to the damn emails. It's like, we can't have nice things if people don't know how to use the damn reply all button. We can't have nice things if people don't know how to use the goddamn reply all button. It's aggravating so much. Like, I do find it funny when people, like, reply all when they shouldn't reply all. Like, I've done that. I had a coworker announce to all of us that she was leaving, so, like, I hit reply all and said, where the F are you going? And I typed F-E-F-F. I didn't write, where the fuck are you going? And thank God, because I didn't lose my job that day. But yeah, so it's like, stupid shit like that. Like, people don't need to hit reply all the whole time. Like, if you're going to ask a question or something, you know, I'm thinking, like, if enough people stop using the reply all button, we just need to get rid of the reply all button, because people don't know how to use the goddamn reply all button. Kevin McTaggart, at McTaggart Attack on Twitter, is pissed off. I hate when I tweet, what's pissing you off? And I get smart-ass responses from people complaining about podcast hosts asking people for content when my podcast is based on contributions from others. There is a special place in hell for those fuckers. Thank you, Kevin, for the wonderful contribution. I hate that. I hate, like, when I post what's pissing you off on Twitter, especially. Twitter is the fucking worst about that. Because, like, with this past week, when I asked what's pissing you off, I had 2 smartasses reply back with a similar type of thing. You know, saying, people who ask me what's pissing me off. Or, you know, comedians, podcast hosts who look for content. I'm like, fuck you. My podcast is about is about user content. I'm getting mad about what's pissing you off. That's what the show's called. And, like, the first time somebody said it, I thought it was funny. But now, like, every time when someone suggests that, I'm like, it was kind of funny the first time, but now it's not funny. It's annoying. It pisses me off that these people do this shit. That they waste my time. They waste valuable social media space. They waste a comment on my tweet by complaining about my podcast and people who ask you what's pissing you off today. I'm asking you what's pissing you off today so I can get mad about it on your behalf. I'm trying to do you a favor. And if what I'm doing is pissing you off, good. I'm glad. I hope I am pissing you off, because you're pissing me off, you stupid asshole. Leslie Zebrowitz is pissed off because her new intern keeps FaceTiming her. I'm not a big fan of FaceTime. I don't like to FaceTime people, like, especially with my phone. You know, I prefer texting people on my phone. Like, I think I would only want to FaceTime people that I'm in, like, a relationship with or something like that. You know, I get people who want to, like, send me FaceTimes and want to talk via FaceTime. And I'm just like, I don't really care enough to want to do a FaceTime with you. I hate doing FaceTimes with people. And in the workplace in particular, you don't need to do a FaceTime with a coworker if you're asking them a question. Just, like, either email them the question or call them on the phone and talk to them on the phone. You don't have to do damn FaceTime on the phone, or send them a text over the phone, or you've got some sort of messenger or something at work that imagine. Just talk to them that way. You don't have to, like, FaceTime them. I wouldn't want to FaceTime anyone. Like, Zoom meetings are different than, like, FaceTiming, okay? You can do Zoom meetings and have everyone see you. That's fine. But, like, unless you're trying to show what you're talking about and you want to do FaceTime that way, as long as there's a purpose to the FaceTime instead of just seeing someone else's face, then FaceTiming is pointless unless there's a purpose for it. Like, don't just FaceTime just for the sake of FaceTiming, especially when, like, work's involved. I don't want to FaceTime someone at work, because then I have to, like, get dressed up and actually look like I give a shit about my job. And then, you know, someone wants to FaceTime me at work, and I'm like, why the hell are we even doing this? What the hell? You could have done it without the FaceTime. If you're going to FaceTime someone, ask yourself, do I really want to see what these people look like? If the answer is no, then don't FaceTime them. You're welcome. Jamie Shiner is pissed off at people that get mad at you when you pass them driving. Well, if you don't want me to pass you, then hurry the F up. Drive better. Yeah, I completely agree with Jamie on this. Like, I hate when people get mad at me for passing them, especially on, like, the highway. Like, when somebody's, like, going slow ahead of me and I pass around them, I feel like sometimes they're, like, staring at me and mad that I passed them. You know, I'm just going within the speed limits, you know, within the 10-mile cop won't pull you over span of the speed limit. You know, I have places to go, and you obviously don't have places to go, which is fine. But I can't just go 65 miles per hour on the highway. You know, and, like, if I come across someone and I pass them, I'm gonna fucking pass them. I'm not just gonna stay behind them and not hurt their feelings by not passing them. I'm gonna go past them and go hope I don't see them again. You know, I don't care. You know, and if you're gonna get upset at me for passing you on the highway, maybe you should just get off the highway. If you want to do scenic stuff, try a country road or something like that. Don't get mad when someone passes you on the damn highway. I do get mad when I am not on the highway and someone, like, passes me. Actually, no, I don't get mad. I take that back. I don't get mad. Because, like, someone will be, like, right behind me on the road. And, like, you'll be going and, you know, you go in, like, when you have the dashes and you can pass then. And so, like, I always slow down to have these people pass ahead of me because I'm on a country road and I want to take my goddamn time. Whereas if I was on the highway, I'm a fucking speed demon because who gives a shit? It's the highway. If I'm on a country road and I'm all for letting someone pass me. Some people might get mad if someone passes you on the highway. Because they'd probably think that the person's going to kill themselves passing them or something. I don't give a shit about that. Yeah, anyone who gets mad at someone passing them on the road should drive better. Just drive better. Be a better driver. Nobody gives a shit that you're pissed off that someone passed you on the road. Because we're just going the speed limit. You should try it sometime. Sean Patrick Martin is pissed off at every get in the hole and baba booey yelling asshole at a golf tournament. It is annoying when I'm watching a golf tournament on TV and someone tees off and I hear someone go baba booey or it's in the hole when it's a par 4. It's not going to get in the hole on a par 4. You yell if it's in the hole on a par 3. It is obnoxious. What's really obnoxious is for me when I'm, like, watching golf and I'm asleep. And then I wake up by somebody yelling, baba booey. I'm like, what the hell happened? How dare they ruin my golf naps when I'm trying to sleep during most of the tournament until the end when it really matters. And these drunken jerks at the golf tournaments yell something stupid when someone tees off, which wakes me up and makes me crankier than usual because these idiots really wanted to scream something. Like, anybody's going to know that it was you that yelled baba booey on the 6th hole of the AT&T who gives a fuck golf tournament. Nobody's going to care. Nobody cares. Is that why you do it? You just do it to be funny. It's annoying. I hate it. It's stupid. We should just stop doing it. I wish that we could stop doing it, but that's how we are now. We're the Baba Booey. I want attention. Listen to me. Generation. We're the listen to me generation. It's the whole fame. I want fame. Give me fame. I want to be famous by yelling Baba Booey when 500,000 fucking people every year at a golf tournament yell something stupid when someone tees off. No one gives a shit if it was you. You don't want to admit that it was you either, because we're going to rip you for being a fucking drunk asshole. Well, that's this week's episode of What's Pissing You Off Wednesday for September 1st, 2021. We've reached September already. Isn't that fucking great? Oh well. Happy What's Pissing You Off Wednesday, everybody.